Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've done a video, but lately I've had a few ideas that I wanted to talk about. Um, I would like to talk a little bit about candle magic, but in particular today I would like to talk about chime candles or spell candles. Um, and of course you can use all kinds of candles for magic, everything, from tea lights to votives to tall taper candles to big fat pillar candles, and there are candles that come in different shapes, and they come in all different shapes and sizes, so you can use any kind of candle for a spell. But the thing to keep in mind is how long you want your spell to be. And the good thing about chime candles is that they're small and thin, and they only burn about 2 hours, sometimes 3, depending on the brand. And so, which is perfect, for an evening, spell or whatever. So you don't have to commit a huge amount of time to it, unless you plan on spacing out the spell over a period of time, like several days or several weeks. Then you can use a larger candle, or you can use several smaller candles. There's no right and wrong way to do it. It's whatever works for you. But these chime candles are perfect for spells, which is why they are often sold as spell candles. And I have 3 or 4 different varieties of chime candles, and I'm going to show you them all to compare. This is Vrinda, and you can buy them everywhere. They're on Amazon. I'm sure that they're in other places as well. And you can see the angel chime there, which is where they get their name. They're Christmas chimes, and you put candles in them, and the flame makes the angels spin and the bells ring. So they're pretty cool. My mom had one when I was a kid, and I haven't seen them anywhere since, except online. But that is where chime candles get their name. So this is what the back of the Vrinda box looks like, and you notice it says chime candles on this side, and it says spell candles on the other side. So this is Vrinda, and I have one out. So here's what this looks like. And I'm going to measure them for you. Chime candles are 4 inches tall, usually, sometimes 5, depending on the brand, and they're about 1/2 inch in diameter. But they do vary. So I'm going to I don't know if I can show you this on camera, but I don't know. Well, maybe. It is just under 4 inches. It's about, well, yeah, just a hair under 4 inches. Maybe a little over 3 3/4. So maybe about 3.8. And the diameter is less than 1/2 inch, so it's about, well, it's in between 1/4 and 1/2, but closer to 1/2. But anyway, it's not a full 4 by 1/2. And it even says on the box 1/2 inch by 4 inch, and that's not exactly true. So the Vrinda candles are smaller than most of the other chime candles that I've seen. Just a hair. I mean, and I'm not too particular about that. The only way I can see that would be a problem is if you have a certain type of holder that you use. Speaking of holders, I have these little ceramic things. You see them in all the little metaphysical shops and witchy shops, and that's what they're for. Usually they're ceramic, but usually they're white, or they have like a pentagram on the front or something. And they come in other colors too. I got them in all black just because I think black is nice, because it's very deep and meditative, and it's good for scrying. And I use candles for scrying, so I thought that black would go nice, especially with my my scrying mirror, my obsidian mirror. So anyway, that's what these are for chime candles. And fortunately, that holder fits most chime candles. There are some candles that I got that are not chime candles. They're similar, but they're fatter. They're called emergency candles or plumber's candles. I have them somewhere. They're probably not within reach, but anyway. So those don't fit that, but all the other ones that I have do. So those are the Vrinda candles. Well, here's another one. Here's yellow that I have here. I have them in every color. And these are the Biedermann candles. And I almost think that the Biedermanns are the ones that are used in the angel chimes more frequently. It's a pretty well-known brand, and as you can see, there's the angel chimes there. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these are the candles that come with the angel chimes. But anyway, that's what the front of the box looks like, and that's what the back of the box looks like. And they call them party candles, which, I mean, I guess they are. I would call them maybe holiday candles, because they're usually used for holiday decor, not just the angel chimes, but they have other holders as well. I saw a Halloween one that I think had like a tree with ghosts on it or something, or pumpkins or something. But yeah, that's what you would use these candles for. And these are also 1/2 by 4. This says burn time 2 to 2.5 hours. And I will measure one of these. Oh, I didn't even open this. Yep, we're going to open it now. So here's what it looks like. Oh, and of course I already put that other candle away, so I can't compare them. Hold on, let me get it out again. Alright, so here is the Vrinda that I showed previously, and here is the Biedermann. And you can see they are about the same height, but the Biedermann is thicker. So that's probably closer to 1/2 inch than the Vrinda. But yeah, they're almost the same height. The Vrinda might actually be a hair taller, believe it or not. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, these are still, again, under 4 inches. It's actually 3 3/4, like right on the line. So it's just a little bit shorter than the Vrinda. And then the diameter is 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch even. So the diameter is correct. The height is not quite correct. Very curious, isn't it? And again, I don't think that's going to matter that much. I mean, it might affect the burn time slightly, but I don't really time my spells. I just dedicate the duration of the burn time, however long it is, to my needs. Why am I putting the candles away since I'm still comparing them? I have to stop doing that. Alright, oh, okay, one more thing. So, these are Biedermanns, right? I just showed those. But these are also Biedermanns in a different package. And of course you can see the logo on top. and they're sold as chime, spell, or party candles. So they're multi-use, and that's what the back looks like. And of course, you know, they have the angel chimes. Let's see if it's the same as the other Biedermanns. Yeah, they look to be the same. Yep, they're the same. So you can see that the Biedermanns come in another package. I think also one of the other differences that I see too is that the Biedermanns have a better wick than the Vrinda, because the Vrinda wicks are all frayed, which doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, I burned one yesterday and it burned fine. It burned all the way down. But the Biedermann wicks are a little nicer. They're more, what is that word for the way that they're twisted? There's a word for it and I don't know what it is. So, those are those. You can obviously find chime candles or spell candles in other brands as well, and they do vary, of course. These are cheap white candles, and they are chime candles. That's what they are for, even though it doesn't say so. But they're Christmas candles. And let's compare. So here's what that looks like. I mean, you know, pretty standard. It has a longer wick, and it's actually a nice wick, believe it or not, for a cheap candle. I mean, I'm probably going to trim this because it's too long. So let's compare it to the Biedermann. Oh, it's taller than the Biedermann, but it's about the same diameter, the same thickness. It looks exactly the same diameter, but it is taller, so this one is probably closer to 4 inches than any of the other ones so far. Oh yeah, it's still just slightly under 4 inches, but it's about 0.9, so maybe 3.9. So closer, but not exactly 4 on the dot. But yeah, for, you know, cheapo candles, I mean, these are good. And the brand of these is Nordico. Just so you know if you want to go looking for them. Alright, so I have one more brand to show you, and I just discovered these recently. I saw a YouTuber did a video with them, and they're quite lovely, and they are super inexpensive, especially for the amount that you get. I mean, look at this box. It's not a really big box, but I mean, it looks big, and there's a lot in it. So you get 104 candles in 8 different colors, 13 of each color, and you get, I don't like the order that they put the colors in, but it's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black, and pink, right? Yeah, black and pink. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, and let's show you these babies. Look at that. Look at that. So show you one of these. Oh, by the way, I didn't show you the brand. The brand is Exquizite. And from what I've seen on their website, they only sell these types of chime candles, but they sell them in every color. And of course you can get the pack. And they also sell like the white ones, like the basic white ones, in like even huger quantities, much larger quantities. So so yeah, so they're worth checking out. I mean, and it's super inexpensive too. Like as far as price per box, I probably paid less for these than any of the other ones. These are taller than the other candles. That is one of the main appeals of it, I think. Let's compare with the Biedermann. I mean, look at that. Look at, there's a huge difference. Huge difference. I bet that it's 5 inches. I'm guessing. The diameter is also a little bit thicker, so it's probably, these are probably true to size more than the other ones, for sure. Let's see. So, well, it's close. I mean, it's not quite 5. It's 4.9. So, it's really close, but not quite. And then, yeah, and it's half an inch, but just a hair over, like, you know, very small amount. So, so yeah, these are about 5 in height and half in diameter, approximately. So, so yeah, so these are super nice, super cheap. They come in every color, and you can get a box of assorted colors like I did. So, so I will put these side by side so you can see them. The only one that I don't have out are the white candles, the Nordico ones, because I put them away. But anyway, so you can get an idea of how they compare. So, so the Vrinda are the thinnest ones, and just a little bit taller than the Biedermann. The Biedermanns are thicker, and more true to size than the Vrinda. And then the Exquisites are even closer, like not quite, just a hair off, but they're candles. So I mean, there's got to be a little bit of wiggle room because, you know, they dip them or mold them. I mean, I think even I think most of these are in a mold. But anyway, but still. Um, so yeah, so these are the Exquisite, um, and they're really wonderful. And I'll show you, since I have this out, how they fit in here. So this is the Exquisite, and it seems to fit in there. Oh, okay, whoops, no, it just fell. So it might be a little bit too big. I mean, I can probably wedge it in there, but it is a little bit thicker. But anyway, so this is the Biedermann, and that actually stays in there really nicely. I don't think it's going to fall. I think I can move it around and it'll be okay. So the Biedermanns fit the ceramic holder just fine. And I know that the Vrindas do. They might even be slightly loose just because of how thin they are, but not like, you know, not, see, it did move a little bit. But it's not going to fall out of the thing. And if you wedge it in there really good, it'll stay, because I did that with one of them last night. You could also melt like the bottom of the candle, or melt some wax into the thing and stick it in there. But yeah, so so honestly, I mean, I think the Biedermann's ones fit the ceramic holder the best. I mean, it fit in there nicely, perfectly, without moving around, without having to force it. And then you get these lovely big candles. So yeah, I think if I play around with it, it'll fit into this too. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. So those are my chime candles slash spell candles slash party candles. Um, so now you get an idea of the difference in size. Um, and so yeah, so what I do is when I buy candles or really anything, is that I do a lot of comparison shopping, a lot of price comparisons across brands and also across websites. And I read reviews on everything. And sometimes it takes me a while to make a decision, and sometimes I have to kind of take a chance and say, this might be okay. Not entirely sure, but you know. Um, but but yeah, so a lot of price comparisons. There are more expensive chime candles. Um, there's another brand that I've seen a lot, and I can't even think of. Mega candles, maybe that's the name of it. And they look like super high quality candles. In fact, I think it was Mega Candles that made these ceramic holders. So their candles probably fit in there perfectly, but I haven't purchased them because they're a little bit more expensive than some of the other ones. Um, the the boxes of 20, either the Vrinda or the Biedermann, can be, between $6 and $8 for 20 candles, which is pretty good. Um, and sometimes they're a little bit more, and I think sometimes you can find them a little bit less, but they're usually within that range. Um, I can't do the math on the Exquisite if I divided it up that way, and I don't remember exactly what I paid for it. But I know that for the amount of candles that I got, it's cheaper per candle than the other ones. But, so I don't know. Um, and these ones were cheap too. I think these were um, between the 6 and 8 range as well, or less. I can't remember. But but anyway, so yeah. But the mega candles were like $10, $11, so they're a little bit more expensive. But they look really good quality. So one day I might invest in a couple boxes of them or something. We'll see. We'll see how these last me. I'm not going to buy any more candles anytime soon because I already made a small investment in spell candle. So, but it's well worth it. And if you shop around, you will find good deals on these things. So so yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that you get a good idea of what chime candles are and the difference in the sizes and what works best for you. But yeah, go try some out. Get a little ceramic holder or any kind of other holder that's made for the half an inch diameter half an inch diameter candles, because they do make other holders for that too. Or you can even get the angel chimes. So I know that they have angel chimes on Amazon and probably other places too. You can probably find them on eBay or wherever. So and it would be cool to find vintage ones too. But I'm sure that the modern ones are probably just as nice. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but they're cool. Um, so yeah, so thank you for joining me on my video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and come back for more. So I'm going to make another video again soon, so I will talk to you then. Take care.